Good morning, guys. The book that I'm going to read today is titled Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs. It's retold by Mo Willems. So what do you think this story is about based off of the cover? Now, I read Goldilocks and the Three Bears before. I never read Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs, but try to predict what you think the story is about. What do you think that is? Once upon a time, there were three dinosaurs. Papa Dinosaur, Mama Dinosaur, and some other dinosaur who happened to be visiting from Norway. It says Home Sweet Dinosaur Home. One day, for no particular reason, the three dinosaurs made up their beds, positioned their chairs just so, and cooked 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding at varying temperatures. Varying is a fancy word for different, so different temperatures. "Oh boy," said Papa Dinosaur in his loud, booming voice. "It is finally time to leave and go to the, someplace else." "Hee hee hee. Yes," continued Mama Dinosaur. "I sure hope no innocent little succulent child happens by our unlocked home while we are, someplace else." "Har, har, har." Then the other dinosaur made a loud noise that sounded like a big evil laugh, but was probably just a polite Norwegian expression. The 3 dinosaurs went someplace else and were definitely not hiding in the woods waiting for an unsuspecting kid to come by. They might be planning this. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, a poorly supervised little girl named Goldilocks came trespassing along. Just then, the forest boomed with what could have been a dinosaur yell, "Gotcha!" But I'm pretty sure it was just the wind. The loud noise was immediately followed by another loud noise that sounded kind of like, "Be patient, Papa Dinosaur, the trap is not yet sprung." But that could have been a rock falling or a squirrel. So do you think they're trying to trap Goldilocks? Maybe eat her? Either way, Goldilocks was not the type of little girl who listened to anyone or anything. For example, Goldilocks never listened to warnings about the dangers of barging into strangers' enormous house. So barging means going into without being asked. And enormous is another word for big, really big. As soon as Goldilocks came across the strange, enormous house, she barged right in. Inside, Goldilocks immediately smelled the 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding. Said Goldilocks. "That chocolate pudding smells delicious. If only I could get all the way up to the top of that counter." Then Goldilocks noticed a very tall ladder that just happened to be there and certainly wasn't left on purpose. Goldilocks climbed up the ladder and found herself face to face with 3 gigantic bowls of chocolate pudding. The first bowl of chocolate pudding was too hot, but Goldilocks ate it all anyways because, hey, it's chocolate pudding, right? The second bowl of chocolate pudding was too cold, but who cares about temperature when you got a big bowl of chocolate pudding? Not her. The third bowl of chocolate pudding was just right, but Goldilocks was on such a roll by now she hardly noticed. So she ate 3 huge bowls of chocolate pudding. How would you feel after you ate all that? I know I would not be feeling too good. Ooh, She does look full. Soon Goldilocks was stuffed, like one of those delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons, which, by the way, are totally not the favorite things in the whole world for a hungry dinosaur. Tired and groggy, Goldilocks noticed 3 chairs in the living room, so she climbed down the ladder and walked out of the kitchen. The first chair was too tall. The second chair was too tall. But the third chair, think she'll be able to sit on that one? Was too tall. Goldilocks wasn't going to climb that high just to sit in some chair, so she hiked over to the bedroom. When she got there, Goldilocks noticed that the beds were also gigantically big. "What is going on around here?" groaned the exhausted girl. "The bears that live here must be nuts." Do bears live there? No. Just then, the room filled with a loud, booming noise that was either a passing truck or a dinosaur gloating. "A few more minutes and she'll be asleep. Delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons are yummier when they're rested." Even a little girl who never listens to anyone or anything could hear that. Do you see them peeking in? Do you think she's starting to notice? Goldilocks took a minute to stop and think, which was longer than she was used to stopping and thinking. It says, "Home sweet dinosaur." Hey, she told herself, "this isn't some bear's house. This is some dinosaur's house." How do you think she's feeling now? So, before I end this story, do you think Goldilocks will be able to escape the dinosaurs, or do you think they have trapped her? What's your guys' prediction? Okay, let's see. Maybe you can tell your parents the prediction since you don't have a shoulder partner. Say what you like about Goldilocks, but she was no fool, so you couldn't trick her. As quickly as she could, she ran to the back door and got out of there. Just then, a loud plane flew by, which sounded pretty much like a trio of dinosaurs yelling. A trio means 3. Now, or charge, or the Norwegian expression, "Trouble time! Chewy bonbon time!" Suddenly and completely coincidentally, the 3 dinosaurs rushed through the door. But they were too late. You guys notice the pigeon? Goldilocks was gone, and all that was left in the dinosaur's house were 3 disappointed dinosaurs. Disappointed means kind of sad, not happy. They didn't get their way. They wanted to eat her, and she got away. The end. If you ever find yourself in the wrong story, leave. There. Did you find the right story? And the moral of the dinosaur story is lock the back door. The end. All right, so what you guys are going to do, yesterday I read Pete the Cat, Cape Cat Pete, and it should be in our Google Classroom if you did not get to watch that video yesterday. But you're going to compare and contrast these 2 stories by creating a Venn diagram. So a Venn diagram looks like this. Okay, it has 2 big circles and a smaller circle in the middle. So you're going to have Goldilocks and the 3 dinosaurs on this side, Pete the Cat, Cape Cat Pete on this side. And in these 2, you're going to write something that is different between each story. And here you'll write about what is the same. So what I always tell my class is to think of the setting. Is it the same or different? Think of the characters. Think of the beginning, middle, end of each story. So for example, the same would be both stories were about dinosaurs. So the characters, the dinosaurs were the same. But what was different was this one had Pete the Cat and this one had Goldilocks and the 3 dinosaurs. Okay, so or Goldilocks, Pete the cat, and then Dinosaurs would be in the middle. So try to think of at least maybe 3 things that are different from Goldilocks and the 3 dinosaurs, 3 things that are the same, and 3 things that are different from these 2 books. All right. You can email me your responses, or you can just talk to your parents. You don't have to email. You can also post your response in the Google Classroom, whichever you want to do. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a good weekend.